Today I'm going to share 10 principles for success in leadership that will help you in your family life, in your personal life, and of course, in your business life. As I share each one, I'm going to give you an inspiring quote that applies to each principle, and I'm going to give you a wisdom nugget from the richest man who ever lived, King Solomon. Ready for your first leadership success principle? Leadership success principle number 1 comes in the form of a definition of life. Here's the best definition of life I've ever heard. Life is opportunity mixed with adversity. I can tell you how your life is going to turn out over the next 1, 5, and 10 years. Here's what your life is going to be like in the coming years. Your life is going to include some opportunity, and your life is going to include some adversity. Therefore, if you want to be a successful leader, you're going to have to maintain a never give up attitude. Successful leaders know that opportunity mixed with adversity is a call for perseverance, and perseverance includes persistence and determination. Calvin Coolidge, 30th President of the United States, said, "Press on. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent." Question: how long should we give a baby to walk? After all, every fall is an adversity. Maybe we should say after the 3rd or 4th fall, hey, just stay down there. No. We want to give the baby a chance to walk until the baby walks. Great leaders possess an until mindset. American inventor Thomas Edison had an until mindset. After failing at 10,000 experiments, he said, "I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that will not work." Thomas Edison also said, "Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up." Leaders never quit. Our wisdom nugget comes from Proverbs 24, verse 10. "If you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small." The first leadership success principle is life is opportunity mixed with adversity. The second principle for success in leadership has to do with the paradox of time. The paradox of time says nobody ever seems to have enough, but everybody has all there is. Every single person alive today has one thing in common: 24 hours in a day. The rich and the poor both have 24 hours in a day. The well and the sick both have 24 hours in a day. You see, folks, time levels the playing field, doesn't it? And because everybody has the same amount of time, you can no longer use the excuse, "I don't have the time." Leaders take responsibility for their lives while others are making excuses. Winston Churchill said, "The price for greatness is responsibility." Our wisdom nugget comes from Proverbs 14, verse 8. "The wisdom of the prudent is to give thought to their ways, but the folly of fools is deception." Leadership success principle number 3 now. Success isn't measured by how well you do compared to how well others do. Success is measured by how well you do compared to how well you could have done. Far too many people spend their time comparing themselves to other people and worrying too much about what other people think of them. I want to admonish you to be yourself. Pursue your own dream. Many people live their lives with the attitude, "I'm not who I think I am. I'm not who you think I am. I'm who I think you think I am." Instead of living with that attitude, focus on what God has called you to do and then become excellent at it. If you're going to be a successful leader, the first person you have to lead is yourself. And leading yourself starts with believing in your own potential. Leaders believe in their own potential. Former President Harry Truman said, "You cannot lead others until you first lead yourself." Identify your unique talents. Work hard at developing them and never quit. You'll be rewarded in life to the degree that you do what God has called you to do, and then focus on becoming excellent at it. Successful leaders work hard on themselves, and they work hard on what God has called them to do. Our wisdom nugget comes from Proverbs 22, verse 29. Do you see a man who excels in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before unknown men. Leadership success principle number 4. Luck occurs when preparedness meets opportunity. Most people use this excuse for their lack of success in life. So-and-so is so lucky. He or she gets all the breaks. But in reality, success occurs when preparedness meets opportunity. Abraham Lincoln said, I will study and prepare myself, and someday my time will come. John F. Kennedy said, leadership and learning are indispensable of each other. One way we can prepare is by learning from our mistakes. They asked Tom Watson, founder of IBM, how he became so successful, and he answered, I doubled my failure rate. Successful leaders see failures as simply rungs on the ladder to success, but they use their mistakes to learn something. One writer put it this way, failure is the cost of learning to do something right. It is the key to success. Another way we can learn is more proactive. The late Charlie Tremendous Jones said, you'll be the same person in 5 years as you are today, except for the people you meet and the books you read. It's been said that 75% of college graduates never read another nonfiction book the rest of their adult lives. Statistics tell us that only 3% of Americans have library cards. Leaders are readers. Leaders are readers. Our wisdom nugget comes from Proverbs 1 verse 5. A wise man will hear and increase learning, and a man of understanding will attain wise counsel. Leadership success principle number 5. Discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs tons. Discipline says, I'll do what I know I should do, when I should do it, whether I feel like it or not, whether I like it or not. Regret looks back on life and says, I did what was fun and easy instead of what was hard and necessary. Leaders finish their assignments. You can be a finisher in life by completing the work that God has called you to do. Give life 100% of your efforts. When you work, work, and when you play, play. Well-known author Mark Twain said, make it a point to do something every day that you don't want to do. This is the golden rule for acquiring the habit of doing your duty without pain. Our wisdom nugget comes from Proverbs 12, verse 24. Work hard and become a leader. Be lazy and become a slave. We've talked about 5 leadership success principles. In our next session together, we're going to talk about leadership success principles 6 through 10. Until then, have an Ephesians 3:20 day, and remember, don't settle for less.